Good morning. Today I want to share Psalm 9, verse 1, which says, I will give thanks to the Lord with all my heart. I will tell of all your wonders. When I saw this verse today, I stopped and thought, do I praise the Lord with all my heart? And do I tell others? And as I started to journal, because I was like, well, I try to, but I know I could do better. But I started to write down things that I was thankful for. And as I got to writing something down, I just felt God remind me of something He said to me when I was a teenager. And I can tell you it was almost audible. I remember it very clearly because I remember turning around thinking somebody behind me had just said it and seeing nobody there and knowing God had just spoken to me. But I had seen a picture of Jesus surrounded by children. And I heard God say, that is what I want you to do. And I knew, once I knew nobody else had said that, and that it was God, that I was supposed to work with children. And I did. I worked at Easter Seals for about 3.5 years. But then I quit and became a stay-at-home mom, raised my 2 children. About 7 years ago, I had the opportunity to babysit a little girl full-time, and I did that for 2 years. And now my children are both adults. They still live at home, but I have been hearing my husband saying he is thinking of retiring, and he has worked so hard for these 24 years so that I could be a stay-at-home mom. And I'm like, okay, it's time for me to probably start thinking about getting a job, but I didn't know what to do. Well, on Friday, God opened a door, and my daughter and I both went in to apply for a job, and we got interviewed together. So over this weekend, as I haven't heard yet whether we got the job, but we both are kind of thinking we are going to get it. I will admit I've been excited at the thought of going back to work, but I've also had that, can I handle working with children again? Do I have the patience? And so when God brought that to my mind today about that He called me to work with children, this is what I want you to do. It was like that full circle, God just reminding me, I called you to do this when you were a teenager, way back then. And I still want you to do that. I've done that since that time, because I worked with Easter Seals and I raised my children and I babysat. And this job, I know God's going to be with me. He's going to give me whatever I need to do the job, because this is what He called me to do. And if that wasn't enough, there was another devotional I read, and I'm trying to see if I can. Here we go. The statement in this devotional said, then get back to what you are called to do, because who you have been called to be hasn't changed. And the tears started to flow, and I was just so thankful that God was letting me know, yes, I have called you, and I'm confirming it again, just so that you know, so that when Satan tries to get you to listen to those thoughts in your head that you can't do this because you haven't worked in 24 years, you are doing what I called you to do. And so I just want to encourage you, stop today and think, maybe write it down, things that you are thankful for, things that God has blessed you with, that He has been faithful in your lifetimes. He's been faithful. And then don't be afraid to tell other people what He has done for you. So thank Him with all your heart today for what He has done. And know that if you are struggling with, maybe I've fallen, I can't do this, get back up and know that God has called you, and He will be faithful to help you continue what He has called you to do. God bless.